Demon Slayer is finally back, if you don't include the movie. Well, it's back for a new season at least. And to my surprise, the first episode has absolutely nothing to do with our main cast Tanjiro, Inosuke, and Zenitsu. It's completely focused around the flame Hashira, Rengoku. But we will get into detail about why this episode, which holds material that isn't in the manga or the movie, is so important later. So if you didn't realize by this point, Demon Slayer appears to be pulling a Dragon Ball Z, where a movie was created and then the show goes back over the events of that movie in more detail, like with the start of Dragon Ball Super with them implementing Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. This isn't necessarily a problem, as movies can most definitely skip over important details in favor of creating a cinematic experience, and retelling the story within an episodic structure can elaborate on more details and also give us a deeper understanding of the characters. And I do feel like this is necessary, as from purely a movie standpoint, Rengoku's character fell flat. It didn't give us all of the information needed to feel close to his character. With that, it perfectly segues into the first episode of Demon Slayer Season 2, and how I think there's going to be a lot more tears coming. As I said previously, the first episode follows Rengoku as he's trying to find out who the slasher is that's been killing people on the Mugen Train. This whole episode is new material. It isn't a story that was told in the manga or the movie, only hinted towards. We knew Rengoku was on a mission, but we didn't know what exactly led him to the Mugen Train. We also know that Rengoku had a shit ton of bentos on the train, but we weren't told why. To be honest, I wouldn't have even given Rengoku having so many bentos a second thought if it wasn't for this episode. Maybe he was just eating a lot. I always wondered why he had so many, but it never crossed my mind that it could be something important to characterizing Rengoku. That is what this first episode is all about, giving character to Rengoku outside of his relationship to our main cast. It's honestly a perfect setup. Rengoku gets all of our focus. We are able to learn who he is as a character and how important he is to the upcoming arc. Seeing Rengoku interacting with Fuku and her grandmother and the twist that occurs later in the episode helps us to see who Rengoku is as a person. Someone generous, always thinking of others, and always putting those that he protects first, which is honestly a perfect setup for later events. Through Fuku's viewpoint, we are also shown how most of the world views demons. It's an important topic for the series that isn't really touched on outside of Tanjiro being warned of flashing his sword in public and the conversation to follow, and that's something that's supposed to happen in the next episode. Rengoku finds his way to the Mugen Train, where he runs into the slasher demon holding a kid hostage. The demon gets mad and decides to chase down the people that made the bentos that Rengoku brought, since Rengoku mentioned that the bentos were made with love by people he knows. And I mean, what else is there to say here? This is a prime example of the difference in skill between a Hashira and someone like Tanjiro. It also puts into question the whole it's not actually flames, it's just showing the attack in a visually impressive way. By that, it sounds like the Demon Slayers are somewhat grounded in reality, and then you just have Rengoku breaking the speed of sound. But it's cool. Demon Slayer expertly starts us off with a solid example of what Rengoku can do. We are given a demon who can move so fast he's just a blue blur, and first off we get Rengoku moving fast enough to cut his hands off to save the hostage. And then he trots off onto the train track and fucking hauls ass, like just gone. It's kind of funny because he does that shit so casually too. Anyways, the demon takes off for Fuku and her grandmother with Rengoku hot on his trail. Rengoku, of course, gets there in time to save Fuku as the demon is about to finish her and their final showdown begins. Well, it's not so much of a showdown. The demon tries to make a bet on who's faster and Rengoku just fucking beheads him like in an instant. And then we see a flashback of Fuku's grandmother when she was younger. Somehow this lady is very demon prone. Like, how does she end up in the exact same position twice, saved by father and son? That's not a complaint, it's just cool and unlucky. But it ties back into why Fuku's grandmother believed it was a demon causing the killings and why she reacted much better to Rengoku than her granddaughter. Here, we get to see more ideology from Rengoku as he believes demons shouldn't be something that the general public has to know about. And this leads into the true events of Mugen Train. The true threat, as Rengoku has realized there is a much larger threat to the train than just the slasher. This also shows us how he got so many bentos on the train. Fuku and her grandmother try to give him one for free, and he takes the free one and then just buys the rest of them. He then prepares to hop on the Mugen Train, and we are shown a quick glimpse of our main cast as the Mugen Train officially starts from where the manga started. During the end credits, we are shown the humans who are tied to our main cast for this arc, as well as Rengoku enjoying his bento and yelling delicious, which leads to Tanjiro approaching him. All in love. I love All in all, I loved this first episode. I know some people had problems with them treading back over what was done in the movie, but I'm honestly excited for it. As long as they don't speed through it, it should give us an enhanced version of what was in the movie, allowing us to connect with the characters more and therefore better enjoy the experience. As for that, though, I'm going to keep this outro short. From this point, I'm trying to hop back into my weekly releases, at least one video a week for now. I'm just going to guarantee an episode breakdown for Demon Slayer as it releases, so that'll give me one video a week. And from there, I'll have video ideas in between. As for what's going on exactly and the future of the channel, I'll discuss more of that when I live stream the new Demon Slayer game. I have it pre-ordered, I can't wait for its release. During the live stream, I'll probably try to bring a few of you on to fight if you happen to pick it up. But otherwise, we're going to chill, play a fun game, and talk about the future of the channel and what's in store.